Okay, I've got it remelted. I've got this attached. Now I'm going to roll it, just like I did the other one. Maybe I can do it if you see it this way. Just keep rolling it. The bigger ones are a little harder, but as you do it, it's easy. It's easy to begin with. It's not, you know, rocket science by any means. This is a very old method, by the way. I mean, everybody and their grandmother has used this method to do all kinds of things. You could do it with string and glue, I mean, and make balls that way. I mean, you could do all kinds of things. Whatever your imagination can think up, you know, just by using this simple little technique. And you just keep doing that. Now I'm not going to do a whole lot on here because I want you to see the difference in the texture and the outcome of each bubble as you and you can actually blow on it. Let's see, and it will actually begin to separate from your balloon as you blow on it. And then I just drop it into the bowl, put it to the side, and go on with the next one. And I can get quite a bit done. See, this will actually break. There's just a skin on that, and this will break. And I just keep doing it, and I can probably get 5 or 6 of these done at a time in between my melt, the time that I have to go and remelt my glycerin. And I don't have a problem with the glycerin melting it that many times to get as many balloons as I need, or bubbles as I need, rather. And okay, now I like that. Now this has some things on it that so I'm just patting that down, smoothing it out a little bit. Okay, just pat it down and smooth it out. You have to do this when it's a little warm, so that it will pat down. Otherwise, it'll have texture on it, more texture than you might want. Some people like that. You could actually make this look like a snowball. I mean, it's really pretty. Okay, I'm going to blow on it. Okay, now I'm going to put it in my bowl, and you can see how easy that moves around. I mean, it's not sticking to the bowl, and see, that one's not sticking either. And I'm going to let these cool probably for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to come back. We're going to pop it, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to take the balloons out and trim it up and make it look nice. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I put mine in the refrigerator to get them to dry a little faster. And you can kind of see this, I'm hoping. You can see the darker part that looks more red. That's where the balloon is still stuck. The lighter part, the more yellow part, is where the balloon, as the glycerin has dried, has pulled away on its own. Now I'm going to just pop a hole in it. And now you see it shrink. Yay, it's shrinking. You're going to see at the very end, you're going to see a little red spot, and what you do there is you grab onto your balloon or your bubble and you just gently pull that off, and now you have a yellow Easter bubble that we're going to trim up and where it'll set up straight. Or, you know, you could attach it like, you know, that, or however. I've attached them lots of different ways. So let's try this again. The thicker it is, the longer it's going to take for the bubble to dry. And you want these to be really, really cool before you, I guess yellow gloves with yellow bubbles wasn't the best choice, huh? So, but you can see that's our large bubble. This was our smallest bubble. And now I'm going to do the medium bubble. So you just move these out of the way. Okay, poke a hole. I poke 2 or 3, just depends. And see, that just came right out. That one's turned out really good. It takes practice. I mean, you have to, you know, work with it, and it does take practice. I usually let these sit. So you have small, medium, large, and that's what the sizes that they're going to look like. You can do them any size you want to. When you do the Jell-O products, you want the unflavored gelatin. You could even do flavored gelatin, like if you wanted to put them on a cake or whatever, and they were going to be, and you wanted a treat for them to eat or whatever. You could mix up Jell-O, and it's the same principle. It's just that with the unflavored gelatin, it doesn't have color in it, and it doesn't have anything in it. It's just the gelatin itself. So you could actually color it with, I would suggest, food color if you're going to eat them. If you're not, and you're going to put them on soap or whatever, you can use the same color that I've used for this glycerin. It's fine. And you just do the same exact process. Make your glycerin according to manufacturer's instructions. Wear your protective gear. Your kids need to wear protective gear anyway. Let the glycerin, or not glycerin, but let the gelatin cool down. And you can almost cool gelatin down to room temperature and do this. That's what makes it so great to do it with your kids. You don't have to have it hot to work with the Jell-O gelatin. And so if you're going to do this with the kids, only use Jell-O gelatin. But if you're going to do soap, this is how you pretty much are going to have to do it. And you're going to have to wear protective gear just to stay safe. Who wants burns? So this is how you do it, and let me show you how I trim them up. If I think they're not setting right, I just kind of look at them, and this really doesn't need that much trimming, but I'll just show you anyway. So just trim. That one turned out really good. I don't think I need to trim this at all. This is going to stay exactly the way it is. And a lot of it's in the dipping process. You have to kind of make it even around this area when you're dipping it to avoid a lot of cleanup. And I really need smaller scissors for this, I'm sure. But you can see I'm just trimming it up. And what's going to happen is it's going to sit better. It's going to sit better. And so when I put it on soap cake or whatever I decide to put it on, then I don't have as many problems if I trim it up. And so I'm going to let these dry for a couple of days. And I still have my soap, hopefully you can see them, they're kind of light. I still have my soap bubbles from when I did my soap cake on the rebatch video, and I love them. They last. They're not going anywhere until I decide to use them. This one almost, somebody told me, oh, that looks like a snowball. So I'm thinking about doing a snowball project cake closer to winter in this next season coming up. So I'm going to save this one. And but these will last as long as you have them in room temperature room, and they don't get too hot. And but that is how you do soap bubbles. And also